Milimani Beach Resort, simply the best in hospitality and service.
Say you'll be there every day, 'cause I'm here counting on you. Say you'll be there every day, 'cause I'm here betting on you. I will be there. Say you'll be there every day, 'cause I'm here
Karibu Betin.
betting on you. I'm betting on you.
Nairobi Securities Exchange is one of the leading securities markets in Africa. The NSE offers a world-class trading facility for investors looking to gain exposure in Kenya's economic growth. Invest in the NSE and start your journey to wealth creation and financial freedom. For more information, visit www.nsc.co.ke. The NSE. Discover opportunity.
Sensitivity is a short, sharp pain that people experience when they have something hot or cold getting to the nerve of the tooth, causing that discomfort. If the sensitivity is left alone, it may get worse. Dentists recommend Sensodyne to their patients. It's able to get inside the tooth and calm the nerve of the tooth down, and the proof's in the results. It works.
Milimani Beach Resort is located along Dunga Road in Kisumu along the shores of Lake Victoria. It is within easy reach of Kisumu Central Business District. Our rooms have balconies with a panoramic view of Lake Victoria and modern technology with high-speed internet Wi-Fi. Guests from the airport are ferried across the lake by a boat taking only 15 minutes. We have a floating restaurant open 24 hours. Milimani Beach Resort. Simply the best in hospitality and service.
Bet, huge jackpots, big winnings. Achieve your best today with 200% on the first deposit. All bets on.
What is fair?
Huge winnings.
What is fair?
High odds.
What is fair?
Fast pay.
What is fair? What is fair?
Bookmaker Company.
Tazama taarifa za Dira ya Wiki kila siku ya Ijumaa saa 2 hadi saa 2 usiku. Awamu ya kwanza ni darubini ya siasa, ambapo tunaangazia siasa na wanasiasa na nafasi yao katika kuboresha maisha ya wananchi. Saa 1 hadi saa 2 ni sehemu yetu ya Mirindimu, ambapo tunajiliwaza kupitia vituko vya wiki.
How can you be a speaker? Na unawekea MCA wako mapiripiri kwa macho.
Na pia tuko na sehemu yetu ya Mizani ya Wiki, ambapo tunawatambua mashujaa nchini. Pia tunayo nafasi kujifunza lugha ya ishara kupitia sehemu yetu ya Fahamu Ishara. Tazama Dira ya Wiki tukupe ufahamu kwa muduara.
This is KTN News.
Welcome back. You're watching KTN Primetime News. A cocktail party was held in a New York hotel Monday night following the introduction of direct flights from Nairobi to the United States. Keynote speaker during the party was Foreign Affairs Cabinet Secretary Dr. Monica Kimani, who said the flights herald a transformation in the diplomatic relations with the U.S. Also present was Kenya's ambassador to the United States, Robinson Githai, Principal Secretaries Esther Koimet and Betty Maina. Alex Chamwada attended the dinner and filed the following report.
Yes, you can now have dinner in Nairobi and breakfast in New York. It's now a reality. There are daily flights between Nairobi and New York and Nairobi. And now this is a ceremony to celebrate the achievement of Kenya Airways coming to New York. Let's take a look at some of the speeches that were delivered here.
business executives, ambassadors, New Yorkers, thank you for coming. Please feel welcome.
We're going to carry every day 230 passengers, and of course, it's all between JFK and Jomo Kenyatta in Kenya, but we really think broader. So this is why I'm really, really happy that not almost, but more than half of the ambassadors that are here tonight are representing half of the network.
Aviation industry plays a vital role in the development of the country by facilitating movement of passengers, promotion of tourism and trade, bolstering relations and links between our industries and the world markets.
This flight heralds a transformation for us. It has potential to profoundly transform the Kenya-US relations by pushing for activities that create jobs, by improving the ease of doing business, by growing our two economies, but most importantly, by connecting the East African coast to the United States. And of course, through an expansive African continent, including the Indian Ocean islands. It is also about the world. The flight is connecting the world. First of all, it is connecting our premier institution of multilateralism, the United Nations in New York, to the largest UN footprint offices in the global south, the United Nations office in Nairobi.
For us, the Champs Media team and the KTN team, it's been a good collaboration bringing you this content on the flight, and after the flight, we will be returning to Nairobi on Thursday. We will arrive in Nairobi on Thursday, that is around 10 a.m., and we depart here Wednesday, that is tomorrow, 1 p.m., and local time will be 2 p.m. in Kenya. From New York, I'm Alex Chamada, and back to studio.
Thank you, Alex, for that. Now, the Kenya National Union of Nurses Secretary General Seth Panyako and two of his colleagues have denied charges of incitement leveled against them. The three were charged today following a nurses' strike at the Kenyatta National Hospital. They've since been released on a 50,000 shilling personal bond.
The Kenya National Union of Nurses Secretary General Seth Panyako and two others have been charged with what the prosecution presented against them as causing disturbance in a manner likely to breach peace and taking part in an unlawful assembly at the Kenyatta National Hospital. Panyako and his co-accused Joseph Wanyoike Wanyambura and Evans Mwendwa Mwaluko denied the charges before Chief Magistrate Francis Andai, who released the trio on a personal bond of 50,000. Panyako was arrested alongside others within the premises of KNH over claims of inciting health workers at Kenyatta National Hospital to go on strike.
It is a meeting which had been planned by the nurses themselves, and they invited him so that he can hear some of the plight, some of the things that are happening in Kenyatta which are not happening in other facilities.
The union secretary was set to address nurses following Monday's industrial action that had paralyzed services at the facility. Doctors and nurses at the National Referral Hospital had downed their tools to protest what they termed as insecurity. The gathering of nurses outside the Milimani Lockouts, defined as a show of solidarity with the three, would only mean that services at the referral hospital had further been brought to a standstill. The protesting nurses are accusing the Kenyatta National Hospital management of impassivity, citing the case of nurse Mildred Akinyi, who was allegedly assaulted by the relatives of a patient who had died at the facility. The backbone of the contention that has since drawn the attention and support of clinical officers and seen nurses threaten to engage in a nationwide strike begins with emerging details that nurses at KNH are not allowed to join any unions aside from Kudeiha.
We cannot criminalize union activities because the activities that have been provided for under the Bill of Rights in our constitution.
In Kenyatta National Hospital, in the name of Kudeia, which does not represent the wishes of the health workers. So you find that when the health workers have issues, they cannot bridge with the management.
Just last year, a 5-month nurses strike which had caught up midway with the continuing doctor strike, which had paralyzed activities in most public hospitals, denied patients services as county governments and nurses battled out in courts and streets. Brian Obuya, KTN News.
To politics now, more than 70 legislators from the Mount Kenya region on Monday accused the Jubilee government of neglecting the region despite overwhelmingly voting for President Uhuru Kenyatta. But just what do the Mount Kenya leaders really want? And what are the underlying issues to their surprise declaration? Our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi now interrogates.
It was the rallying call to all Jubilee Party supporters to extend President Uhuru Kenyatta's State House stay by another 5 years. And even after the Supreme Court cut the party short, the narrative remained the same, albeit with the discovery of a razor to sweep every presidential vote into the Jubilee basket. But less than a year into Jubilee's second term, President Kenyatta's Mount Kenya backyard is not a happy lot.
Mount Kenya region contributes over 60% of our country's GDP. Yes. Yet only 20% comes back to its people. Yes. We have therefore called upon the Commission of Revenue Allocation, CRA, Parliament and other relevant agencies to ensure that the region gets its fair share of resources.
But just what do the Mount Kenya leaders really want? A meeting bringing together legislators from Central Kenya, Upper Eastern, Nairobi,